Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach, and I help you choose growth and the healing of your inner roots. I have an intuitive spiritual message for you today. Let's get started. Ooh, we have the Sun card. Looks great with his face, doesn't it? We have the Sun card for your particular card this week. I feel like this is a continuation from the Scorpio reading because the only word I'm getting is joy, sense of joy, connecting to that sense of joy. Through the childlike innocence of finding joy in everything, the simple things, the unsimple things, whatever it takes to connect to that sense. When you are in joy, there is a stronger attraction to you from others. And that may sound really simple, but it's been very dark lately. And it's very easy to lose track of that particular superpower that you do have, Sagittarius. So when you stay in joy, not only are more people drawn to you, but better situations are drawn to you. And again, there's more things to be joyful about. But I really feel this is about attracting people. People need this light and this hope and this playful energy that you are so strong at creating. And this week is about staying here, staying there. I know we've talked about on this channel in the Sagittarius reading before the idea of atom, not Adam as the Adam and Eve, but atom, A-T-O-M, because this symbolizes an atom as well. And it's almost as if we could look at the soul of a Sagittarius, it would be made up of these little atoms of joy. And that is the fundamental reason why, one of the fundamental reasons why you are here. And it's this energy that's really needed, not only for you, but by others at this time. Okay, looking at the energy that helps you, I'm going to draw all of them right away. We've got the Ace of Roots, Ace of Pentacles, and then we've got the Scarcity card. Okay, so we are at the birth of something new. We are at the beginning of your physical circumstance beginning to change. We're also looking at interconnectedness in this card, the Enchantment card. One of my favorite cards, we have this row of trees here in the back, but it looks like actually the horizon line or the top of the earth. Then we have all these different animals feeding off of this plant. So there's a very strong sense of one thing affecting another. If we think of the body, sometimes when you have a tight muscle in one place, it actually shows up as a tight muscle in another place, or it shows up as a headache. And the reason for that is the body, the skin is really all one piece, like a hammock. So whatever happens in one part of the body is going to affect a different part of the body. If you start to look at humanity as a big organism, then you can kind of see how one facet affects the other facet. So you're kind of like these special white blood cells that are coming along to reinvigorate and rejuvenate and just bring more of that connective life force too. So Sagittarius, this really feels like it's less about you this week and more about your role in the world. But it's very important. This is the energy that either challenges or holds you back. It is very important not to get stuck in self-doubt, in worry, in believing that there's not enough. Kind of that dark space we tend to go, either when looking at yourself or looking at the world as, okay, it's never going to get better, it's never going to change, nothing is ever going to happen, it's never there, never. Okay, that type of energy completely cuts you off from your joy, of course. It also connects you from that exuberant line to source, but it reduces your particular efficacy in the world. The funny thing about this Scarcity card, they're searching for food, but we've got food growing right underneath the snow for them. So it's there all along. This tells me that anytime we're lost in scarcity, whether it's self-doubt or mistrust or despair, it's an illusion. It's not real. The reality is this joy, that every single moment is joyful. One of my favorite books, I'm not going to be able to to quote this exactly, but it's called Thief of Time by Terry Pratchett. And it's kind of a satirical novel. And if you're familiar with the Discworld series, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it talks about how the only state of being is amazement or is surprise, because every single moment time is created anew. And while that doesn't really feel like a practical advice, it kind of is, because there's everything that we find to be unjoyful about isn't even true, is not real. The reality is love and source. Everything else here, the earth plane, all the situations in it, they're really not real. And you're like, well, Adriana, you're telling me that most of the things in my life aren't real. And I'm saying, well, yeah, from a soul perspective, it's not. But it's kind of like your soul comes to this play, like a play on the stage, in order to shine its light, in order to be that connecting force, to make this play come alive and to make it have true meaning. So the meaning comes not with how much you accomplish or how much you do or how much you are. It comes with how much joy do you infuse into every single moment of your day, into every time spent with another, even if it's another that you see all the time, even if it's someone that you're kind of sick of seeing. How much joy can you infuse into that moment? That's the real spiritual work for you this week. Sag, let's look at another story. We've got another five of swords and six of swords. Okay, good. So something that you've been struggling with is finally resolving for you, and you're able to move on from it this week. So ride that. And I think this is it's also a reason to be joyful, to be celebratory, because this is assuring me that you are moving on, that you are going forward. So Sag, have fun with that universal joy this week. Thank you for sharing this moment of soul guidance with me, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.